Okay, Baptiste, mate, look, we just can't have a winger at the club with a crossing of 5, so we're going to stay out here tonight until you put a decent cross in, okay? Yeah, mate, just one. Oh, that was close, mate. You almost had it that time. Come on, you can do it. Just one. Mate, it's Iceland. The sun doesn't set. Come on, this is it. I can feel it.
Syngjum saman til sigurs hrópum áfram Grindavik. Og ég veit við barnum gerir dag.
Hi guys, I'm Aussie Villain and welcome back to Grindavik on the Impossible Dream. It is episode 1 of season 11 and today we start our season against, I forget who it is, but two teams anyway. It is my favourite episode because there's no pressure on me at all. We should win both games and we get to have a look at all our new players, so it's always exciting. But as ever, a recap of where we are as a club. We're predicted to win the league as we've done for the last, pretty much since we got promoted. We are still the only professional team in Iceland. That just needs to change. It's really holding everything back. 2.5-star reputation, determined squad personality. I am the manager. Bakali, Immonen are our captains. What's his name there? Alaku is the key player. And one of the new boys, Ari, let's go with Ari, is our hot prospect right now. If we go and have a quick look at facilities update as well while we're here, we do of course have our new stadium that we have a couple of seasons ago now. And yeah, we've got average corporate facilities, which is a bit annoying and a new thing. Still only average youth facilities. I'm not being able to upgrade that. I'm not sure if that's because we have an affiliate that is our essentially the junior team for us that plays in the competition, which we don't actually use because they're only semi-pro, not professional. The whole thing's a bit of a mess, isn't it, really? But we do have state-of-the-art training facilities and exceptional youth recruitment and academy coaching, so that is all on the up and up. Now, what are we expected to do this season, I hear you ask? Well, we are expected to be competitive in the Champions League. Let's hope we can do that. We're supposed to win everything. We'll be competitive in the League Cup, which we already won in last episode's transfer special. So we're more or less going to do with that, aren't we? The competitions here, we can see everything. We haven't come into the Champions League as of yet, obviously. If we have a look at the league and what we're expecting to do there, season preview, and well, there you go. We are once again heavy favourite. Breeder Blink, FH, Vikinger, IA and Valor all tied as equal second favourites, and then you're as close to being relegated in terms of odds as you are to winning the league after that. So yeah, we'll see how we go. The dream team, as expected, it is all us, and there's even players there out of position. Wemberto, just as a reminder, his loan expires in July, I think it is, so he's not going to be around for the entire season, and he's certainly not going to be playing on the right wing for us. If we have a look at some of the key players, two of our boys are up there, obviously Alaku and Degen. Now, Invasive is actually, he is still our player. He's out there on loan, so that's good to see. He is up there rated third best player in the league. Well, certainly outside of our top 2, if you know what I mean. Best of the rest, I guess, is maybe the word I'm looking for, isn't it? If we continue to scroll down there, there is 1 or 2 ex-players. Bjornsson, we let him go this season, so he's gone out to Fram, so he'll hopefully have a good season for them. And if we go down, Lukic for Njadvik, he came through our academy, and he's an ex-player of ours as well. He's his first time out on his own. So yeah, well, we'll see how we go. The league just needs to get better overall. It's happening slowly. It's just not happening fast enough for us, I don't think. So these are the opening game fixtures. We are FH away, which is not an easy game. We played them in the League Cup, if you watched last episode, and we struggled to get past them in the semi-final. Arguably, they were the better team in that one. But let's have a look at what we're doing here. We're expecting a 4-4-2 out of them. And this is the team we're sending out. It is Rafferson in goal. He was the number 1. I just wonder if we're starting to get to a point where maybe we need to look at a better goalkeeper. Jones, Immonen, Degen, and Volpez will be the back 4. This is one of our new boys, of course. Antonio, Jonsson, and Bakali in midfield. It is Beyonce. Yeah, we're going to keep playing him wide right till he gets more natural in the position. He could be a big player for us this season. Obot, who we signed right at the end of last episode, he's going to make his first appearance for the team. And Alaku, of course, will be the man up front. We've got some youngsters on the bench. We'll try and give as much game time out as we can. But for now, we'll have a look at this 11, then we'll switch it up for the second game. All right, so we can see the team sheets there. I don't recognise too many names. A couple of names that have been in their club for a while, but no one particularly. Stick to the game plan, we'll be fine. Obot is aggressive. Well, that's good to know. And let's head on out there. And here we go, new season about to get underway. Yeah, I do feel a little bit just like the series is just a little bit stuck right now. I've noticed views are dropping down, which is fine. It happens this time of year anyway. But yeah, it just feels like it's stagnating a little bit. The reason behind that, as much as anything, I think is that there's no other professional team in the league. There's no one else helping us get the Icelandic lead up the coefficient table. And we're just struggling a little bit to get the right players in. Some of that, a lot of that, I think is down to the league registration rules. As there's a ball over the top, Alaku can't quite get to it though, and we're just not able to attract the sort of players that I think we need to attract. I'm toyed with the idea of I'm still maybe we'll go this way of let's just try and loan our way to a team that can do quite well in Europe. But of course, the issue with that we've had like Wamberto and Higuain and Kosh, who is with us again this year, but they don't stick around, do they? I mean, just when you think things are starting. Oh, Beyonce has got a goal, his second of the season. First, of course, on YouTube, and that is a very, very nice way to start the season off. Getting in at the back post, he did get one. He got a goal on debut, I think, in the pre-season League Cup. But backing away, head up, you'd probably want that back as a goalkeeper, wouldn't you? But 1-0 it is either way, and a very nice start. But yes, as I said, these guys don't stay, and it's different if we could get them to stay. Higuain didn't want to stay. City were willing to sell him to us, but didn't want to stay, as Beyonce almost gets another one there. And yeah, I mean, Kosh, same thing. We could have bought him permanently. He didn't want to join us. Wamberto, it's a Degen goal, his second of the season as well, and it is 2-0. And you get the feeling this is only going to head one way, don't you? Wamberto is willing to stay, but Tottenham don't want to loan him back to us. So yeah, this is the problem. This is the problem with loaning players. We did, of course, Depe was a player that joined us on loan, and we ended up being able to sign down the line. So that worked out well for us. But we look at Depe now, and he almost is certainly second choice behind Tom Jones at left back, and he's not really good enough. He's not a club player. Well, maybe he is a club player. He might actually be a club player, as Beyonce does well, looks to the outside of the foot finish and can't quite execute. So yeah, it's just feeling a little bit like, we go again kind of thing. But yeah, I don't think it helped either. The draw in Europe, and I know you guys were saying in the comments that it was disappointing in Europe, and it was. I don't think the draw helped us, but even with that, I thought we had a really good team. I really did. I thought not only Degen gets a second, not only will we get through the group, I actually thought with Wamberto and Bakali in the middle, creativity and work rate and all that, I really did think that we'd go quite a long way. I think what has maybe hurt us, that's got to be close to going out of bounds, doesn't it? Beyonce's done quite well to keep that in. I think one of the things that has held us back a little bit is the defender next to Degen. Degen is brilliant. He's a very, very good defender, but Immonen, I just don't think is quite at that level. He's 21, so he's getting to the point where we're not going to see much more development out of him. So, like I say, it just all feels a little flat, but obviously we'll do our best. We will try and get better. It just depends, what we get. If Beyonce and Obot work out as wide players, then that's something. One thing I think I am going to have to do this year in Europe is be a little bit more flexible in the formation that we're playing. I think the Juventus game was really disappointing, obviously. I mean, you'd never want to concede 6 goals. But the way that they were playing wasn't actually suited, as Alaku looking for an early goal of the season contender. Speaking of goal of the season, last season it's a 3-way tie. So pretty much every goal was nominated, except for the one, actually every goal that I nominated or put forward was equal, and it's just the Gisarasen one that the game gave that doesn't have any votes actually. So yeah, there's no point really re-showing goal of the season because it's a 3-way tie. Bakali, Beyonce, can he get a ball in? Use your right foot, mate. Oh, he's done brilliantly there. Pulls it back, and it is still somehow not gone in. And it has still somehow not gone in. Unbelievable. Now, do we have any... Did I put youngsters on the bench? Gisarasen. Yeah, you can come on and get some game time here. That's absolutely fine. Aliku not having a great game, which is maybe a little bit surprising. The others there, though, I think I want to play in the second game. Gisarasen could have played, but we have other options in midfield. Mesuadi is one of these guys. I haven't actually... The video for the transfer hasn't gone out yet, so I don't know what you guys' response has been to that. But like I said at the time, Mesuadi, I should say, we'll just see what we get from him. So there we go, comfortable as you like, opening game victory. Beyonce with a goal, Degan with a double just quietly as well. So we hammer FH, very nicely done. Obot makes his debut. We've got classy performance from Beyonce, did very well. Just to give you an idea of the sorts of players that I am looking to sign here, we've been scouting Brazil. These guys, of course, all have release fees. None of them release fees even. Release clauses, and none of them are willing to discuss a contract with us. So we are trying, we have the money to spend, I mean, we couldn't have bought all these guys, but I figured most of them wouldn't want to talk to us. We just can't get the quality of player in that we need. Anyway, we've got the second game of the season coming up next. That is against IBV. I think they're newly promoted, so we'll switch up the 11 and we'll see where we go. Okay, welcome back. Now, we have done a couple of signings before the transfer deadline passed, but don't get too excited. The first one is one for the league, $500,000 on a striker from Grindavik. That is, of course, the team that just got promoted, plus a 50% sell-on. You can see there is a little bit of potential there. This is him here, Freya Jensen, I guess you would pronounce it. He's unambitious, so we're going to do some mentoring there. But he is quite quick, decent finishing. There's a little bit to like, good off-the-ball movement as well, good technique. So we'll train him up. Hopefully, we'll be able to sell him on. Now, I am going to tweak the rules for the gags and enable him to be able to play, because otherwise I don't know when he's going to actually play for the first team. So, yeah, we'll kind of tweak that. But you can see, potentially, the value is already there. So that's good. Now, out, basically, is Narvik have come in and taken Sig Trixon off us on a free. That's their striker back, so that works out nicely for them. And this is why I say, because he is a gag, so this is why I say we'll just tweak the rules so that when we're just players we're signing for the league, with the exception of Albert Jonsson, because he was actually good, they will be allowed to play for the gags. If you have any major disagreements with that, let me know, but I think that is all just about fair. And the other player, we've got the next player back in the Axe. 4 red cards last time we saw him in a season. The reason I've done this, he's 35 now. We've got him a coaching course. He's not here to play for us. I'm hoping, because I think I don't actually know how to tell if a player is going to make a good coach or not, but I always think it's the mental attributes is probably where you want to look. And we know that he was a good mental player when he was with us. So we've sent him on a coaching course, and hopefully when he does eventually decide to retire, which will hopefully be this year because it's just a 1-year contract, we can get ourselves a good coach out of it. So that's the plan there as well. But let's have a look and see what we're doing here against IBV. We're expecting a 4-3-3 out of them. And the team we're sending out, it is all change except for the goalkeeper. It's Rafferson. Nobody will go with Happel. Does. Let's go with Morty Mortensen in goal. Let's have some fun. So Morty Mortensen will make probably his first start for the first team in a long time. Depe, Unnison, Ari. Now this is the first look we'll get at him on the channel. And then Juleson at right back. Arneson, the real hot prospect of the academy. So he's going to play with Verities in midfield as a box-to-box midfielder. We're going to get him running a lot and just see how it works out in an experiment that we can all sort of take part in. Mashalek will play next to him. Kosh and Sigurd Jonsson, it's going to be a first game for him. He's 18. There is interest in him, so I figure we need to figure out if we actually want to fight to keep him or if we're willing to let him go so he can get a game. And Boutenson as well. He will be playing up front for this one. All right, we can see the team sheets here. I don't recognize any names. This Charlie Kelman, we looked at signing him when we were in the Diet Pepsi League. That shows how long he's been around for. Again, we'll just stick to the game plan. It should be absolutely fine. I mean, they didn't get any shots against FH against us last time, so we should be fine with Mortensen in goal. All right, and here we go again away from home, so that always makes it a little bit more tricky than it otherwise might be, but it shouldn't make a difference, as I've said many times, because we are professional and nobody else in the league is. I I was tempted to go a little bit higher with the bid for the Grindavik player. What's his name? Jensen. Maybe in hindsight, I should have gone with $1 million. That might just about get them professional, but I still am hoping to get some players in for us. So I didn't want to go. I didn't want to go too silly. We do, of course. I mean, the window is closed for now, but it does open up very, very soon. And Baltinson looks for the chip and finds the crossbar. Yeah, I think it's July it reopens for us, so it's only closed for just over a month, sort of thing. So, yeah, we do need to find some strength somewhere before Europe. And well, the thing is, obviously the European contracts will finish. Mashalek has done well. Baltinson is a mile offside. And we didn't see a great display of finishing from Aliku in the first game. And, well, Baltinson's not particularly done well there either. There's a header, and Unnison flashes it across the face of the goal. Yeah, so with obviously the continental European season finishing, there's going to be some free agents, so some free transfers going around. I'm stuck between baseball and football now. I call them free agents here and free transfers when I'm doing the Cubs series, I think. So, yeah, we'll see. We'll see what happens. This is some nice football, and Sigurd Jonsson can't quite get his header under the bar. Mortensen, hooray! So yeah, you know there are options that then come available during that window, and of course you get the situation where the big clubs might sign somebody and then need to get rid of somebody else, so that might open up a chance for us to sign players as well. Yeah, we just got to. It's the same as it's been for the last few seasons. It's the same way how we got Diana and Baltinson not quite able to get in there. If you remember when we signed him, Marseille transfer listed him, and we just nicked in for him, got him. Baltinson still, we can't find the back of the net here. And yeah, it worked out. That part of it worked out well. He turned into a big sook and was never happy, so we sold him. And I do wonder a little bit how much we missed him last season, just as a defensive midfielder sitting in there. That he was that sort of player. And as good as Albert Jonsson is, as Unnison again, we just can't get something under the crossbar, can we? Yes, I just wonder a little bit if maybe we were missing that sort of player. But I mean that he's not going to stop. The 6 goals we conceded against Juventus and the 4 against Spurs and the God knows however many other goals we conceded. So it wasn't the only difference, but I wonder if we could have done a little bit better if he had been in there for us. Here we go again with Baltinson. Needs some support. And oh my gosh, that is comical stuff. And it still has not gone in the back of the net. It's Benny Hill stuff from both teams. They can't defend, we can't score, and somehow this game is still 0-0. I demanded focus from them, but that's just overwhelmed them and hasn't clearly helped. And I think maybe a demand more might be in order. It's fired up 1 or 2 there. But it is beggars belief that this game is still scoreless. And it's also surprising that Baltinson's match rating is a 7, despite some of the misses we've seen from him here. Sig Jonsson has done well there. We were getting bids from him. We threw out the transfer special, nothing over 100 grand, so I didn't bother showing it or anything. But he's gone down, and it is a penalty. Well, he's done well there, got himself in between the defender and the ball. Now, the way Baltinson has been finishing, I don't really expect this to find the back of the net, to be honest, but there it is. In first half stoppage time, his 6th of the season, we finally break them down. And it was just good positional play from Sigurd Jonsson, who, encroachment there, mister. You need to be a little bit careful. Behind the referee's back, so, usually okay with that, but linesmen sometimes do pay attention. We're pleased. I can't say that we're pleased. We don't want to see any complacency, though. Let's pump our fists. Let's get back out there. And do I put youngsters on the bench this time? Do we want the Mortensen brothers in our defence, I wonder? It's only 1-0, so we probably shouldn't get too silly just yet. We'll give them some praise and see what we get from that. Verities, have we got an opinion on him? I mean, his match rating is a 7. We haven't. I think we're exploiting the flanks. We're not exploiting the flanks. Yeah, he's not really got on the ball and run at the defence as much as I would like him to. There's a part of me that wonders, as a striking option. Now we did sign that young Icelandic kid, so it's maybe less important now. Though if we were playing in Europe, we wouldn't want the kid playing. As Depe gets it in there for Baltinson, and it is 2-0. Oh, excuse me. And well, that hopefully will be enough to see this through now. But yeah, I wonder if Verities as a deep lying forward, sort of dropping off and then running at the actual back line instead of sort of trying to run through midfield, if maybe that would work for him. Ultimately, I suspect this time next year I'll be selling him, and we'll be wondering why on earth I signed him, because he's not a winger. He can't cross, and well, he's not. I mean, hasn't got the worst attributes in midfield, hasn't got the worst attributes for a deep lying forward, but none of those are particularly positions that we needed players in. So, yeah, well, time will tell as he's hospital pass there back for Ari, and, well, Mortensen can just wave at that as it goes flying over the bar. As Morty is here, speaking of the Mortensens. Kosh to Ari, to Unnison. Are you coming up, Morty? Ball forward there, Sigurd Jonsson, who has looked good, deserves a little bit more than just winning a penalty. Oh, he's done brilliantly there. The defence just opened up for him, but couldn't beat the goalkeeper. All right, let's try demanding a little bit more. It has been comfortable, hasn't it? We've never really looked threatened. I mean, we haven't finished very well, but we've never really looked threatened, I don't think, in either game. There's still 20 minutes to go here, so still time. There's a ball over the top for Baltinson. Baltinson has a shot from distance. What do you think of that, Morty? Alright, the problem with you standing there, mate, is that I can't see what I'm clicking on. Let's give him some praise. I meant to give Masoudi a game here, but oh well. Time's ticking by. It's a very dominant 2-0. It should definitely have been many, many more than that, but... yeah, well, nice work, everybody. I guess a win is a win. And I noticed Morty Mortensen in goal played a 7.5, which is nice to see as well. So Baltinson sends Grindavik top. Sigurd Jonsson makes debut. He played well. I thought he played very well, actually. And I'll put our arm around Baltinson and say he did well. But guys, that will do it for today. We did get our draw for the Icelandic Cup, and it's a tough one away to FH. Now, we've already played them twice this year, so we're getting sick of the sight of them. They've never been easy, and when we send the gags out, it's not only going to get more difficult, isn't it? So that'll be next episode. We'll come back, the gags in the cup, and then hopefully we'll have the next round of that. Otherwise, it'll be Val and that would be just disappointing at that point, wouldn't it? We just want to see the gags and see how far we can go in this cup. But yeah, if you've enjoyed that, thumbs up, subscribe if you're new. Let me know if you have any thoughts of what we could do to spice up the series. And yeah, European football, once again, on May 16 in game, is just around the corner. Take care. Okay, say bye, Morty. Okay, bye.